What did the lawyer of Sophia Momodu do wrong or right in the custody case between Davido and Sophia Momodu? Custody battle breakdown. Was Sophia Momodu's lawyer just doing her job? The custody dispute between Davido and Sophia Momodu has not only drawn public attention because of the parties involved, but also because of the courtroom dynamics that followed. In high-profile cases like this, emotions often spill beyond legal arguments, and public reactions can blur the line between professional duty and personal interpretation. A key point of discussion has been the role of Sophia's lawyer and whether her courtroom strategy was justified. What is the role of a custody lawyer? In any custody proceeding, a lawyer's primary responsibility is to advocate vigorously for their client within the framework of the law. Custody cases are not about popularity, wealth, or public sympathy. They are about demonstrating what arrangement serves the best interests of the child. This often requires presenting evidence, questioning the opposition party's conduct, highlighting inconsistencies, and framing arguments in a way that strengthens the client's position. If Sophia's legal team emphasized her role as primary caregiver, stability in the child's environment, and her involvement in daily upbringing, then the strategy aligns with standard custody litigation practice. Lawyers are trained to anticipate counter-arguments and strategically highlight strengths while scrutinizing weaknesses. That may feel personal to the opposing party, especially when reputations are involved, but legally it is procedural rather than emotional. Analyzing the lawyer's statements. From what has been publicly discussed, Sophia's lawyer reportedly focused on continuity of care, emotional stability, and structured parenting. In custody matters, courts often examine who has been the primary caregiver, what environment provides the most stability. Is there evidence of consistent involvement in schooling, health, and emotional development? Are there risks of disruption or conflicts that may affect the child? If these were central themes in the lawyer's submission, then they were strategically sound, highlighting caregiver patterns and structured parenting. History is one of the strongest arguments in custody proceedings. Such framing can influence judicial perception because courts prioritize minimizing disruption to a child's established routine. It is also common in adversarial legal systems for lawyers to challenge the other parent's conduct or capacity, not necessarily to attack character, but to contrast parenting involvement. This distinction is important. What may appear as a personal attack is often a comparative legal argument designed to justify evidentiary thresholds. Was the lawyer justified? From a professional viewpoint, a lawyer is justified in their arguments if the arguments are evidence-based, relevant, and within ethical boundaries. Advocacy is not hostility. It is representation. In high-stakes custody cases, especially involving public figures, lawyers are expected to be firm and strategic. However, justification also depends on tone and facial grounding. If arguments were exaggerated, inflammatory, or aimed at damaging public reputation beyond the courtroom scope, then questions of proportionality arise. But if the lawyer's statements were directly tied to custody factors, caregiving, welfare, stability, then the approach was consistent with legal norms. In custody litigation, The burden is to persuade the court, not the public. If Sophia prevailed, it suggests that the legal arguments presented met the threshold required to demonstrate that her custodial arrangement best served the child's interest. While the case may have been won, several likely factors could have influenced the outcome. Number 1 is demonstrated primary caregiving history. Number 2 is evidence of consistent educational and emotional involvement. Number 3 is structured living arrangements offering stability. A persuasive legal narrative framed around the child's best interest rather than parental conflict. Courts generally avoid dramatic shifts in custody unless compelling evidence demands it. Continuity is often favored, especially if the existing arrangement has not been shown to harm the child. What Davido could do better next time? For someone in Davido's position, separating emotion from litigation strategy is crucial. Legal disputes are rarely personal. They are structured around standards of proof and statutory criteria. Moving forward, a few considerations could improve outcomes in similar situations. Focus on documented involvement. Courts respond to consistent evidence, attendance at school events, medical participation, structured visitation compliance. Maintain composure publicly. Public reactions can influence perception, even if indirectly. Measured responses protect credibility. Strengthen co-parenting, communication. Demonstrating willingness to collaborate often strengthens a parent's standing in custody considerations. Prioritize mediation before litigation. Courts favor parents who attempt cooperative resolution before escalation. Center arguments quickly on child's welfare rather than parental grievance. Ultimately, custody cases are not victories over the other parent. They are determinations about a child's welfare. Emotional reactions are understandable, especially in public disputes, but long-term outcomes are best shaped by stability, consistency, and collaborative parenting. The broader lesson here is that courtroom advocacy can feel personal, but is rooted in professional obligation. The true success in any custody case lies not in who wins, but whether the child's environment remains secure, stable, and emotionally healthy. You have been listening and watching the Families and Relationships YouTube channel. If you like videos like this, please keep coming back to this channel from time to time. I'm going to see you in the next one. Please subscribe, like, share, and drop your comment. See you in the next video.